Hello and welcome. So this channeling came from a question that was asked by someone on another channeling, and they asked, hey, got any information about dolphins? And this was in the wake of like the stories that were going around about Gerald the Dolphin taking this guy to this underwater city to like do engineering and stuff for him. I don't know if that story is true or not. I didn't ask about that specifically, but I did get some really beautiful information about dolphins. So you will hear themes about dolphin medicine and what their energy can bring to us if we want to work with them. Their connection to Atlantis and the Sirius star system, why dolphins are coming more into our awareness right now, what that's all about, the path that we're on with technology and how that relates to Atlantis. We'll talk about rising human consciousness, all sorts of things. Oh, and also underwater portals. So this is going to be good. I hope you enjoy it. Here it is. So the first thing I ask is, what is helpful for us to know about dolphins? And I hear, there are many stories about dolphins. Some are true, some are fantasy, but fantasy often contains a thread of truth. Dolphins have the ability to move between worlds, though not in the way you might think. The ocean is a vast, complex web of portals to other dimensions. Some beings can travel freely from one place to another through these portals, while others stay where they are. And it was like security clearance, but it was like frequency clearance. I was hearing frequency access. You just have to have the right frequency to be able to go through a specific portal. So I ask, where do these portals go? There are portals to wherever a creature or a being may need to travel to, other dimensions, other places on Earth, and then I start seeing all of these visuals of like caverns, like Grand Canyon area, Utah, Moab type caverns. They can go to the cosmos. They can go to other beaches. So I go back into this question of, what do we need to know about dolphins? What's helpful for us to know? And I start seeing this scene of dolphins on this beautiful sunny day in the ocean, just splashing, jumping through the air, swimming, leaping, flipping. Dolphins have a unique frequency embodiment. They epitomize play, joy, freedom, free will, jubilance, cheer, fun, excitement. They also have a deep, ancient DNA. Despite their effervescent exterior, they are deeply connected to the other realms. They are highly intelligent, far more intelligent than some would like you to believe. They have forms of intelligence that are unknown to us as humans. They have forms of intelligence that are only known to some. It is meant to be kept secret from those who may not understand, or who simply do not need to know. Much of what goes on in the ocean is mysterious. It is intended to be a separate world for the most part, though humans are allowed access to some places, and some places only at certain times. And here I started seeing these visuals of different moon phases, full moons, new moons, equinoxes, eclipses. Like there are certain parts of the ocean we only get to see at certain phases of the moon or certain celestial or astronomical events. And I was hearing precession of the equinoxes. Right now, humans are very interested in dolphins. We are opening up more and more to the possibility and the understanding that there is more than meets the eye. They are not simply sea creatures, but that they have a much deeper ability and perhaps even their own agenda. Now, agenda wasn't quite the right word. It was more of like intention. You know, it wasn't agenda in a manipulative way, but that was the word they gave me. But it felt more like they have as much free will and intentionality as humans do, maybe more. This is part of the awakening process of humanity. One piece of consciousness we must understand is that we are not superior in our consciousness. For a long time, humans have believed that they are the superior intelligence, the top dog, as you might say. Dolphins carry light language. They are deeply connected to the Atlanteans, and while the physical structure of Atlantis is no longer active in the way it once was on planet Earth, the Atlantean realm is very much alive. It is alive within each of us who feels a connection to it, who cannot let go of the curiosity to know more about Atlantis, who question the narrative that it was not real, who know on some level that it was real because you were there. Dolphins are Atlanteans. Dolphins were a core or key member of Atlantean society. They were stewards. And then I was getting this phrase, they were structure builders. They were, it was like an engineer, a structural engineer. And then I start seeing all of this gold and blue coloring and crystalline structures. And I see a dolphin underwater projecting a beam of energy from, I guess, what's their third eye, like their forehead. And it looks like a light blue aquamarine colored laser beam, but like fanned out. And it projects almost like a 3D printer, this crystalline column. And they're building these column structures from the seabed up to the surface of the water. It's forming the structure of the physical buildings and infrastructure of Atlantis. Part of the reason that dolphins are coming more into the collective consciousness at this time is because we are healing our Atlantean timeline. Atlantis was one of many civilizations that was successful for a long time and then was not successful in the end, in the sense that it destroyed itself. It moved away from nature and natural laws and destroyed itself. At this time on the planet, we are seeing humans walk this line in a way that we might refer to as careless or even dangerous. When technology is viewed as higher, more serious, or more true than spirituality, our sacred knowing, the balance is skewed. The fall of Atlantis was in part due to that civilization reaching a tipping point of its rejection of nature, natural laws, and its inhabitants' true nature. There was an obsession with technology, and technology began to be prized over form. I got a little caught up on the word form here because I was like, is that what you guys mean? Is that the word you want to use? Because the feeling when they said form was that it was really like sacredness, divinity, what's really true. And it was almost this feeling of, if you knew how powerful and miraculous you are energetically to get to live as energetic beings in physical form, you would worship that miracle and not the technology you're creating that you're then looking at as miraculous. It wasn't those words, but it had that feeling to it. So I hope I'm explaining that well. At this time, humanity is walking a parallel line, though this time the path that will be taken is one of healing. Many of you carry karma related to your Atlantean lives. Some of you see technology as a means of ease of suffering, as a way out from some of the questions you hold in your mind. What is possible? What is the meaning of life? What is my purpose? What can I do as one person? Technology can expand and accelerate the possibilities that lie in these answers. Though some will find satisfaction in walking that path, some will not. There are others of you who see what is occurring, the technology being pedestaled, hyperfixated on, idealized, and you know in your bones this is not the way. You know in your bones that our focus as a collective should be on something deeper, truer, more holy, more whole. That while technology has upsides, it can only do as much good as the intention of those who create it. If the intention is greed, fear, control, or a desire to feel important or powerful, then this intention infects the outcome and the effects of the technology itself. Many with good intentions are creating technology that could do a great deal of good to your human race and your planet, but many of those technologies are being stolen or sold to those with more nefarious and self-serving interests. Technology is not bad, but it must be used intentionally and with consciousness, with positive intent for the all. In Atlantis, this imbalance became too great, and it was decided that the Atlantean experiment must end. Many of you were present in Atlantean times and are now here in part to heal this timeline. So then I asked to go back to, why are dolphins coming more into our consciousness? What is their role in helping us to raise our consciousness now? As we question the intelligence and the awareness of other beings on this planet, whether they be animals, plants, or others, this is expanding your own awareness and beliefs in what is true. It is opening you up to possibilities you may not have conceived of before. If you were told a story of a dolphin being as intelligent and advanced as you are, or even more so, this disrupts some of the long-held patterning in your belief systems. This can have a reverberating effect or domino effect, allowing cracks to take hold in limiting beliefs that are not in alignment with what is true in your world. As your consciousness is expanding, more of these limiting, not quite right beliefs must crack and begin to fall away so that the truth may take its place. You will be learning much truth now and in the near future regarding what is true in your world. Some of this you already know. Some of what you come to know in the near future, of what you will learn, will simply be confirmation of what you already knew on some level, or what you always hoped or believed would be true. While some of the new information you receive may be quite surprising, the more we can share with you and help to loosen the reins of tightly held beliefs, the easier it will be to digest the information that may, from one view, be harder to digest, receive, or be less palatable, less believable. As your consciousness expands, your ideas, your beliefs about what is believable expands too. We are moving from our limited minds, which have been shaped by a lifetime of conditioning about the nature of our world, what exists and what doesn't, what is true and what is not, what is within the realm of possibility and what is not. So hearing more about dolphins, whether those stories are true or not, is expanding our mind in what we might believe to be true about the world and beyond the world, about life in the universe, the unseen world, all of it, everything. Our own capabilities, telepathy, telekinesis, instantaneous healing. And then there was something in here about immaculate conception. But it's not in the way you think of it, where, a woman is just suddenly pregnant. And I asked a little more about this, and they said it can happen without a true physical sperm entering a woman's body, but that it has to be imparted some way through another being's highly focused, supercharged, loving intention. Like, immaculate conception is a really sacred practice that has been known in certain circles, in different cultures, at different times. But that was really cool because I don't know anything about that, but that just came through. Then I ask, is there anything else that would be helpful for myself or others to know at this time about dolphins? Do not be afraid of dolphins. They are powerful beings, but they do not wish to harm you. They are holding the balance, as all of life holds its own role in the great balance of all. If you wish, you may come to know more about dolphins in time. If you wish to connect to the dolphin consciousness, simply ask to do so, and you will be welcomed in. If you wish to spend time with dolphins, then you may seek out that experience, but please seek out the dolphins who are being treated fairly, who are being cared for with love, or are allowed to be wild and free as they were intended. Please know that even dolphins in captivity do have a degree of choice in their being there. My human self was questioning this part, but there was something about like, if they wanted to escape, they're so smart, they would find a way. Take that as you will. Dolphin medicine is important for those who feel rigid in their beliefs, their rules, their ways of doing things. A dolphin does not speed up its trajectory, jump out of the water, and flip many times before diving down deep just for fun by operating within rigid rules and routines. Dolphin medicine allows you to feel more free, to break out of rigid structures you have created for yourself or others may have created for you. Dolphin medicine connects you to divine intelligence, the intelligence which knows all things, can create all things, can manifest instantly, and which does so in joy and delight, as well as a deep respect and reverence for the balance of all of life. You can encounter and receive the benefits from dolphin medicine by going to a beach where dolphins may be nearby and imagine them playing in the water or thinking of them, by swimming and calling them to you. Whether you see them or not, you are receiving dolphin medicine. You can do this from the comfort of your home by listening to dolphin sounds, by watching nature documentaries and movies of dolphins, by simply envisioning and thinking of dolphins. Their frequency is high. Their energy is powerful and palpable. They are powerful, energetic beings with good medicine to share, good medicine for humanity. The message is complete. I asked who shared this message, and I heard the Dolphin Collective, the Atlantean Collective, Sirius A and B. And then I heard Sirius Stargate is a portal to the original dolphin realm/galaxy. I didn't know anything about that, and so I looked it up a little bit, and I saw information from so many other channelers, intuitives, etc., talking about dolphins originally coming from Sirius B specifically, and lots of connections to Atlantis. I hope that you enjoyed this channeled message. It was so beautiful to connect to their energy. I hope that dolphin medicine does good things for you. And I encourage you to meditate on any part of this that spoke to you, whether that was about technology or Atlantis or rising consciousness, whatever it was that piqued your interest. I'd love to know your thoughts. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I will be sharing more of these messages every week, so please subscribe. You can tap the notification bell to get notifications when I post, and I hope you enjoy these transmissions.